Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. This afternoon, we're watching and reacting to CR Flamengo versus Chelsea FC FIFA Club World Cup 2025 Group D. Second game of 3 for Chelsea. Second game of 3 for Chelsea and Flamengo. They are playing in Philadelphia, Lincoln Financial Field. Ivan Bartolin is the center ref for this one. Should be interesting. CONCACAF reffing a CONMEBOL UEFA game. This could be something. With that being said, CR Flamengo contra Chelsea. Oh, yeah, I don't have to do that. I mean, yeah, Brazil speaks Portuguese, but I don't know enough Portuguese. Yeah, I don't have to do that, do I? Yeah, okay. Just English then. Chelsea versus Flamengo. Yeah, we should be good. Okay. That being said, starting 11s are as follows, as the teams will be walking out any second now. Starting 11 for Flamengo. In goal, we have Agustin Rossi. The back four of Wesley, Danilo, Leo Pereira, Ayrton Lucas, Jorginho, Eric Pulgar, Gerson, Jorjan de Arrasqueta, Luis Araujo, and Gonzalo Plata for Flamengo. For Chelsea, in goal, we have Robert Sanchez, Malo Gusto, Trevor Chalobah, Levi Colwill, Mark Cucurella. The midfield two are Reece James and Moises Caicedo. The midfield three of Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Pedro Neto. And up top is Liam Delap. Yes, Alex. But teams are walking out in Philadelphia. The stadium that is the home of the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Well, not that that matters, but, you know, give them some love, I guess. I don't know. How we doing, Rory? Would you have allowed the USA goal? I don't think so. Like, as I said last night, when it comes to that goal for the USA, the Chris Richards goal last night, it was harsh either way. You take it away, it's honestly harsh to the USA. You give it, it's harsh to Saudi. It was that tight. I don't think I would have given it. To be honest, I don't think I would have given it. But I still feel like it was slightly offside, but it would have been harsh either way. I still believe that. I really hate these individual introductions. I like it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And Chelsea be wearing their wide away kit, their new away kit. It was barely onside. I can make the argument he wasn't, but the lap is starting. Well, I mean, Chelsea said they'd rotate a little bit every game. It looks like they put out a pretty strong starting 11, though. I guess they're afraid from last night. I don't blame them. I'm glad PSG lost, you know? I'm glad PSG lost. That means Chelsea put out a pretty strong starting 11. because the way Maresca was talking, I was kind of afraid that he'd basically just pull anybody worth a damn and go full conference league. Not against a Brazilian team. LAFC or Tunis, I'm fine with it, especially Tunis. They're probably the weakest team in the group, but you're going to put – the way he was talking is like, we're going to rotate every game. I'm like, no, you better not do that. So I guess PSG losing might have just made sure Chelsea played a pretty strong 11 with a couple of rotations. And then see what happens. And then rotate against Tunis. So, which that's probably the safe play. Because in America, I guess doing single player introductions is a thing. Well, that is a thing. It's not, I guess it is. I mean, and the Club World Cups in America. But I guess it's a good way to see who people really came for. AKA, I think they wanted to glaze Messi, but they realized they kind of had to do this for everybody. So, hopefully Chelsea doesn't fall to Flamengo like PSG did. But the fun part is we don't know. The fun part is now is we don't know. Flamengo wearing red and black stripes. Chelsea wearing their white away kits with a guitar strings in the front of the jersey. Starting 11, Rossi. The back four of Ayrton Lucas, Leo Pereira, Danilo, Wesley, Jorginho, Eric Pulgar, Luis Araujo, Georgian de Arrasqueta, Gerson, and Gonzalo Plata for Flamengo. Coached by Felipe Luis. Starting 11 for Chelsea. We got Robert Sanchez. The back four of Cucurella, Colwill, Chalaba Gusto, Caicedo James, Enzo Fernandez. The front three of Pedro Neto, Liam Delap, Cole Palmer for Maresca's side. Okay. So, the VAR referee tonight is Guillermo Pacheco from Mexico. It's well, at least for the big three, the center ref, the two VAR refs, it's all CONCACAF. Because there's also Ivan Barton from El Salvador reffing the match, the center ref. This is going to be fun. No, it's not. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if I want it to be true either. Like, Noni Madueke to Arsenal, like, that's actually some positive move for them. Why would we help them? Like, we would actually be helping them if we gave them Noni. Even though we have Neto. And Mudrik's also suspended, probably will be suspended for steroids. Doping, steroids. To me, when it's to me, I know doping is the way they say it in England. That's steroids. Like, when I say steroids, I mean doping. So, for the English that are here, I say steroids. I say steroids. Y'all say doping. Same thing. But Mudryk will probably be suspended for steroids. Probably. So, I think they should keep Noni until he's back if they keep Mudryk. Depending on how long the ban is for the steroids, which it might be a bit draconian. I'm not going to lie. It seems like it might be a bit draconian, which I feel bad for Mudryk. It seemed like he was starting to find his level, and then are they throwing balloons like streamers at Ring of Honor? What the hell are we doing here? What the hell? And we're off. Well, the stadium's full. I can tell you that. 1 p.m. on a Friday, the stadium's full. Well, it'll be 2 p.m. over there in Philadelphia. Kevin Patrick, if you're watching on DAZN, Kevin Patrick is commentating the match. formerly from WWE. Felipe Luis is the coach for Flamengo. Yep. Also, former Chelsea player as well, Felipe Luis. He played for Chelsea. Felipe Luis is still pretty young for a coach, though, which is just crazy. Yep. Solid player. Very solid player. Very solid player. All these balloons. He wasn't that great at Chelsea. I was still saying he was a solid player overall, but he played for Chelsea. It's fine. I just woke up too. I'll have a howler too, don't worry. You reckon Delap will score today? Yeah. 90 minutes, 60 minutes, starts the game. I say yes. He got an assist the first one. I think he scores here. Yeah. Man, those Flamengo fans are bringing it, though, I gotta say. The balloons, I've never seen that before. I mean, I've seen football fans throw streamers like a wrestling match. I mean, I've seen football fans throw streamers, especially at players taking corners. I've seen that. You know, I've seen it look like a Ring of Honor show, but I've never seen the balloons. That's different. When people throw lots of streamers, I call that the Ring of Honor, you know? Is if you watched Ring of Honor wrestling, they always throw streamers, or when it used at its peak, before Tony Khan got his grubby hands on it. Before Tony Khan got his grubby hands on Ring of Honor at its peak. When Kerry Silken and Gabe Sapolsky ran it. When Kevin Steen was there and all that. Yeah, no, fans always threw streamers like before the match started. It like filled the ring with them. Also, it happens in Japan as well, but Flamengo's playing it around well. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Here we go again. I mean, if PSG could go down to a Brazilian team, and Flamengo's had some pretty solid games against European opposition in their history. Look at the Liverpool game. They honestly probably should have won that. Let's be real. That was a classic, that Club World Cup final. Foul. No foul, actually. Chelsea's so shocked that wasn't a foul that they almost screwed up over the ball. Robert Sanchez, you genuinely suck. I don't disagree. They're just my Prem team. As you know on this channel, I really barely give a shit about the Prem. Like, I follow it, but it may be partly my sleep schedule, partly the fact I care about actually what's happening in my own backyard instead of Europe. But just because I'm wearing a Chelsea jersey doesn't mean I'm one of a Euro snob. I'm the furthest thing from a Euro snob. You should know this. You've been here a while. I love what the club, speaking of Euro snobs, I love what the Club World Cup is doing. I love what it's doing. It's making UEFA look like frauds. Shot, save. Delap already had a shot on target. Not surprised. Told you you'd be awesome. I told you all about UEFA. I told you CONCACAF and CONMEBOL were closer than you thought. And you all laughed. And then what's been happening? And these are pretty solid 11 teams. These are pretty solid starting 11s for Chelsea and the European teams. And I told y'all Miami would beat Porto. You called me crazy. What happened? I did not expect Botafogo PSG to happen, but it happened. I've been telling y'all for years, CONCACAF and CONMEBOL are closer than you think. I'm right. I was right. Cross in. Header. That's what I love about the Club World Cup. I was right. Y'all thought I was crazy. I've been saying it for years. CONCACAF and CONMEBOL are closer than you think. And here we are. Not like nobody paid attention to the Monterrey game when Liverpool played Monterrey, and Monterrey should have, I don't know if Monterrey should have won it, but Rayado should have definitely, they were close. That was a classic. And nobody paid attention because nobody really cared about that Club World Cup version. But, Tigres versus Bayern Munich. 1-0 Tigres against Bayern Munich. Tigres were close. Nobody really gave a shit. But it's not like I was talking out of my ass. I mean, Flamengo in 2019 as well. Liverpool Flamengo, how tight that game was. Arguably, Flamengo should have won that game. So this is the good thing about the new Club World Cup format. I believe that people are paying more attention because it is, well, the only thing you can watch besides the Gold Cup, one. Second of all, it's an actual tournament. What I also think this does is this actually helps the Intercontinental Cup get more eyes at the end of the year. Because people see, these games actually matter. These games actually have stakes. So I think that helps as well. But I'm just saying, CONCACAF and CONMEBOL were closer than you think. Well, they are closer than you think. But even back 3, 4, 5 years ago, I've always said CONCACAF is closer than you thought, plus CONMEBOL. And they are. The Club World Cup has proved me right. It's not like these teams aren't caring either. They do care. I say Flamengo's been the better team so far, which is just speaking of. Neto, still going. These balloons need to get cleared off the field. I swear to God. Why do I feel like this is going to end badly? Hit the like button. I didn't know, do Flamengo fans always throw balloons on the field? It's been 9 minutes already. The sad thing is they aren't all red balloons. Yeah, Rory called it. He said Jonathan Taves to Winnipeg, and he was right. I'm glad you are. I didn't want him on Toronto. If we're going to sign an old guy to be like third line, fourth line depth, I'd rather them just bring back Max Pacioretty. I'd rather the Leafs just bring back Max Pacioretty. 10 minutes in. Or get Corey Perry. Or both. It must be a Flamengo thing while there are balloons on the field. Gerson plays it through. Shot saved by Sanchez. Huh. No, FIFA would never admit they're wrong. Yes, no. It hit the balloon. Flamengo got screwed by their own balloons. Oh, Lord. 10 minutes in, 0-0. Leagues Cup will reformat to include Brazilian, Argentinian teams. I would love that, honestly. I would love that. That'd be awesome. I'd love that. One team per group. I got a perfect idea. Like, I don't think every Liga MX team should be in Leagues Cup. I don't. I think that's unfair. Like, I understand that there's 18 Liga MX teams, 18 MLS teams in this tournament now. I actually like the idea of reformatting to include Brazilian, Argentinian clubs because let's be real, not every Liga MX team deserves to be in Leagues Cup. They don't. Now, the problem is it's a CONCACAF qualifier. But if it keeps going the way it does, where Mexican teams don't even make it to the top 3, they might just say, screw it. Let's make this a CONMEBOL CONCACAF Invitational and sort of bring back the vibes of Libertadores and then somehow figure out another way to get more MLS Liga MX teams. Split those 3 Liga MX MLS spots into a different way per tournament. Good idea, though. But yeah, no, I would love a Leagues Cup where there's a group of 4, and one of them's the MLS team, one of them's a Mexican team, one of them's Argentinian, one of them's Brazilian. There's like 8 groups of that, or something like that. That'd be awesome. 8 MLS teams, 8 Mexican teams, 8 Brazilian teams, 8 Argentinian teams. Sounds good to me. You'd still have to do the month off, but you know, I think you'd have to bring back the month off for that to happen, but over the top. I think you'd have to bring back the month off of MLS and Liga MX to bring that, and also the Argentinian and Brasileiro as well would have to join that. Here comes Neto. Neto, shot, goal against the run of play. Pedro Neto, his second of the Club World Cup. Goal for Chelsea. What a run! Boom! Chelsea were on the ropes, but they throw a big punch, and it lands. But will Flamengo step back to their feet? What a run! 1-0 Chelsea. 0-1. Pedro Neto with a run. Flamengo's been the better team. Wesley makes a foul. It bounces off his head, and Neto just starts running. Boom. He just starts running. Boom. Slots it home. I was running. Pedro Neto. Goal. Personally, you know, I don't mind. You know what? Maybe they don't need Noni. Maybe they don't need Noni. 13th minute. 0-1 Chelsea. Maybe they don't need Noni. Maybe not. Maybe that puts Flamengo back on the back foot. I would hope so. Again, enough of this playing it out from the back in these situations. Just hoof it up the pitch. I mean, I'd like to say if I was a coach, my team, I wouldn't say hoof it up the pitch, but quickly play it forward. Like, stop being indecisive. Like, what you're saying to me is that they try to slowly build it up the field. They're like indecisive. They play it side to side and slightly forward and then back and then. No, if I was a coach, we press the ball, we get the ball, and we rush. I wouldn't say a hoof because I wouldn't say it's a hoof, but I'd say it's more of a we press the ball, we get the ball, we run, we rush the other way, like a fast break, so to speak. Like in hockey. Like, not a basketball fast break, but more of a hockey 3-on-1 type of fast break where 3 guys are going at one defenseman and they have the puck, and you're basically screwed. It's one defenseman and a goalie. Like, there's no way. There's most of the time you're gonna score on that. So in football, I guess what would be like a 5-on-2 break with like the goalie at the back, so it's really 5-on-3. But if you have 5 guys going forward against 2 defenders, and you're going to get it to the goalie. You're going to get a shot on net. And with the way football is a bigger net, it's going to be very hard to stop those. At least with hockey, you have goalies that wear pads that make them 3 sizes bigger and basically cover the whole net. Everybody's trying to follow Vasilevsky now, which point is I wouldn't say hoof it up, but I get what you're saying to a certain extent. If I was coaching, my team we would press the ball. Preferably, we press the ball, we get it in their defensive end. We don't have really any time to build a rush besides the players that are already pressing. But if it's at the midfield or they're like their defensive zone, our defensive zone, then yeah, no. But that requires the right players to have this play style. True. I don't disagree. But I feel like most players nowadays, I'm not saying that it's big, but you look at Liverpool, you look at teams like Ajax and Leverkusen and such. I think a lot of players are very much, I wouldn't say built to play a style like that, but I think they know that that's very possible, that once they make a move to a club, they're going to have a coach that has them pressing heavily, running, moving the ball forward, being very quick, good positionally, pressing hard. I think I said that already, but not exactly being beholden to one position either. Being able to play multiple positions and being in different areas of the pitch, depending on what the situation entails. Basically being good at everything while moving all the time. Like, there's not 1 second you're stationary. At the very least, you're walking. At the very least, you're ready to make a move. You're ready to push. Like, you're leaning one way, so to speak. You're not just standing there. The only guy that's standing, in my book, the way I would play, is the goalkeeper. That's the only guy standing. And even then, they have time to stand, is my point. They have time to stand and not do much. But even then, but that's just because I really believe a goalkeeper, really their biggest job is save the ball. Like, my thought is, with a goalkeeper, my biggest thing for them is save the ball. That's your job. Not playing it out the back, not being good with your feet. Distribution, it is what it is. Like, I'd rather my goalie be amazing at saving the ball, making the right punches, catching the ball, saving it, having good reflexes. Honestly, to me, distribution, playing it out the back with a goalie, that's a plus. That's a plus. But that's just my opinion. I'd rather have a goalie who's better at saving the ball than actually playing the ball down with their feet or distributing or. See, I think that's the problem with these systems is that they're too reliant on a goalie. Like, it's like, hey, look at Manuel Neuer, so to speak, or whatever. Look at Manuel Neuer, right? He's good at what he does. I'm not saying he doesn't, but he's good at playing the ball on the ground, playing the ball with his feet, distributing such and such. But you have a guy like Manuel Neuer, especially at his peak, he also could save the ball very well as well. Like, that's, to me, Manuel Neuer is the best of both worlds. Like, that's the type of guy you look to. Like, if you want them to be good with distributing and at their feet and actually be part of the play, that's the guy you look at. Be like, that's the guy you got to be. Problem is it's very rare to have a Manuel Neuer who could do both very well. It's very hard. Very hard. It's hard to learn to be that way as well. But that's just my opinion. I think a lot of coaches, like, perfect example. Liverpool with Karius and Simon Mignolet. Early Klopp era Liverpool. Here's the perfect example. Simon Mignolet, Loris Karius. Those guys were not cut out to play Klopp's system. It's fair. That's exactly the way it is. Yellow card. Yellow card for Neto. Like, that's exactly what I mean. And I guess Robert Sanchez as well for Chelsea, as well as him. Neto fouls him outside the box. That's a free kick for Flamengo. Yellow card. Yep, yellow card and a free kick. Those are the three guys that, like, that's exactly my point. Those are goalies where they just weren't cut out to play a system like that. They're not. And I think they tried to rely too much on those goalies, especially early Liverpool. You saw a much better guy when they got Alisson. And honestly, same thing even with Adrian. When Adrian replaced Alisson, they got much worse. Because, again, he wasn't as bad as Karius or Mignolet, but that ain't his game either. Blocked away and cleared. Be a goal kick. No corner kick for Flamengo. He's a baller, not great tackle, but that's not his game. Well, that's what you should, if you're Flamengo, that's the type of stuff you should do, is get somebody off their game. Like, go after a guy that's not exactly his job. Flamengo still has more possession, though, but I'm sure some of that is score effects, considering the fact that Chelsea scored. Playing forward, Baller's exaggerated. He won the Conference League. Playing forward. Header. That'll be out for a corner. Wrong. Corner for Flamengo. Caught by Sanchez. Oh, Lord. playing forward. Sanchez almost caused a damn calamity at the back. Oh, out. Offside. Damn good, good, same thing. But not that much. To me, damn good and good is the same thing. I think it's just a figure of speech. Damn good is just a figure of speech. To me. I don't think there's a difference. I don't think there's a difference, but sometimes you want to spice up the sentence. I don't know. 27th minute. Chelsea is hanging on. Flamengo is definitely actually having a really good game. Arguably, you could say Flamengo are the better team. Chelsea are just, luckily, they got the goal. But then again, you could say the same thing about how the LAFC game went to a certain extent. Shot, save. Delap isn't there. You could arguably say that the LAFC game, similar to a certain extent, that Chelsea definitely weren't at their best. Flamengo definitely have been more dangerous when it comes to playing against Chelsea than LAFC were. Flamengo, oh. Sanchez, Jesus. I'm happy for Isiah. I'm happy for him. Seems like he's enjoying his time at VidCon. I'm doing good, soccer guy. How we doing? How you doing? 28th minute. It's time for some football. We've been on that time. Neto trying to walk the line. Walks the line. Plays forward. Delap. Liam Delap. Gets bodied. Still has the ball. Delap goes down. Is it an upset if the winner isn't a European team? If the tournament has a winner from CONMEBOL or CONCACAF, yeah, it's an upset. It wouldn't shock me if it happened, but to win the tournament is a whole different thing than beating PSG in a one-off group stage game or Miami beating Porto. A CONCACAF or CONMEBOL team winning this tournament's a whole entirely different thing than the single results we've had. It is still an upset. Like, I do believe CONCACAF and CONMEBOL are closer than people normally say, and I think that's been proven correct. I think that take that I've had for years has been proven correct, but I didn't say they could win this tournament. I mean, I guess they could, but that would still be a big upset. Water break. 1-0, 30th minute for Chelsea. How we doing, Henry? Like I have said for years, as I said earlier, UEFA, CONCACAF and CONMEBOL are closer to UEFA than you might think. And this Club World Cup has proven me right. I wish we could have an El Tráfico in Mexico or in England. And maybe, well, no. For that to happen is like, well, Mexico, a Club World Cup in Mexico that the Galaxy, LAFC both make, and they somehow make a knockout game against each other. That would be peak, though. I won't lie. Same with England. So we'll see. A South versus North American final would be dope. I agree with that. You gonna watch Bayern later? I'm watching the Gold Cup, so no. Don't I'm about to get called a donkey, am I? Bulk of Iron does sound like a good game, but the Gold Cup, well, it matters more. I'm about to get called a donkey. They have to be in small stadiums because I don't know how big the fan bases for these teams are in other countries. I also think that if they played one of these games in other countries, MLS versus MLS, especially a big rivalry, the fans would travel for that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So, do with that what you will. I'm not. These are just fine. The free Club World Cup games are just fine. Like, they look just fine to me. They stream just fine. Like, the only thing that really pisses me off are, like, those banner ads, like, every, 15 minutes or so. That's like, hey, upgrade for 1080p, 4K, for all that, right? For the premium Club World Cup experience. That's what pisses me off. But other than that, oh, look, there's one right now. HDR video quality, Dolby 5.1 sound. Other than that, though, it doesn't block much. I've seen illegal streams with more shit on the screen than that. So, doesn't make me mad. I can handle it. It's fine. 720p is just fine for me. I don't need 1080p or 4K. I don't even think my TV, I can't tell the difference, really. Hell, if I could watch for free on a tube TV, I'd do it. 480p on a tube TV, I'd do it. I don't give a shit. I'm not. Well, I'm not a fan of Canelo, so it doesn't matter to me. And I'm not a fan of Jake Paul either. It's not like DAZN has fights of people that I like. The big fights on DAZN are not people that I like. Well, okay, fair enough. I probably would buy a Jake Paul fight to see him get knocked out. Like, if Jake Paul fought Conor McGregor, I would buy that one just to see Conor knock his ass out. And I know Conor McGregor's had his controversies recently. I know I know, but I still think Conor at least is a real fighter. I'd still rather have Conor beat Jake Paul. At least Conor's a real fighter. But either way, Canelo versus Jake would sell. I would actually root for Canelo in that case. Like, I'll say it like this. I'm not a Canelo fan. I don't particularly like him, but I can admit that he's one of the best boxers of this era. He is. I'm just not a fan of him. But he is one of the best boxers of this era. He is. I would still root for him to beat Jake Paul, though. I would still buy that pay-per-view. Like, I would still buy that pay-per-view on DAZN. I would. Because I would still root for Canelo to beat Jake Paul. It's kind of like Pacquiao. Like, I didn't like Pacquiao for the longest time. You know? And when Mayweather Pacquiao finally happened, I was in Mayweather's camp. I was Floyd all the way, you know, when it came to Floyd versus Pacquiao. I kind of see Canelo like Pacquiao, you know, that's kind of where. Now, of course, since Pacquiao's retired, I've gained more respect for him, which is weird. And he's been more part-time. But, like, Canelo and Pacquiao are very the way I look at them are very similar, which is, I don't know what it is per se, but either way. First guy with a belt. Do you like the green on the kit? It's fine. I mean, it seems more gray to me if we're talking about the Chelsea kit. I kind of like the guitar string stripes on the front of the jersey. You know, I kind of like that. So that's why I like to call it. 37th minute. It feels more gray than green to me, but maybe it's just those little stripes. Because the sleeve is more gray. The numbering's more gray, at least cup numbering wise. That doesn't seem green to me, but maybe I'm not colorblind. But Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul would probably sell too. I mean, yeah. I mean, I root for Gervonta Davis, but I'm not really frothing at the mouth to see that match. It's packed. It's packed. I'd also, well, no, that wouldn't happen because one's a heavyweight and one's not. But I'd love to see Jake Paul versus Tyson Fury in a catchweight match. Tyson Fury would, I mean, did we see how Tyson Fury beat the hell out of Deontay Wilder? Dude, Jake Paul would be dead. I don't think Jake is like a string bean, though. I mean, he's bulked up a good bit for boxing. I don't think he'd be that much out of the realm of Tyson Fury versus Jake Paul would be nice. If it had to be catchweight, it has to be catchweight. Either way, I don't think Jake is as small as you would, well, not as he used to be. But if they did a catchweight fight between Jake Paul and Tyson Fury, I mean, Tyson Fury knocked the shit out of Deontay Wilder. Deontay's a big dude. I mean, they both are, but yeah. You're freaking 20 years late. You're freaking 20 years late. 39th minute. Didn't they? Maybe they rebooted it, though. Maybe that's what he found was, I think they may have rebooted it, just like they did Crank Yankers. Crank call puppets, you know? You know, the puppets who do the prank calls? Crank Yankers? Like they rebooted it after it started, it was popular in the early 2000s as well. Playing forward. That was the first time the MLS. See, here's the thing. MLS sides has defeated European sides before in preseason. This is the first competitive game. See, you're missing the word competitive. This is the first competitive European versus CONCACAF game where a CONCACAF team won. Unless you want to count Necaxa drawing and winning on a penalty shootout against Real Madrid. But even if you count that, it's the first time MLS team has beaten a European side competitively. That's the word. That's the operative word, is competitively. Operative word is competitively. Yeah, no. Didn't Aston Villa lose to Columbus Crew in the preseason last year? Didn't that happen? There you go. But that was preseason. And there's also been MLS All-Star teams to beat European teams as well. But that is preseason. That's more of a friendly than competitive. Especially at the time when those happened. Like Everton. MLS All-Stars beat Everton and West Ham, I think, and all that. Like, those are friendlies as well. Those All-Star games are friendlies as well. The last time they did it, they got mollywop Arsenal, but 40th minute. Competitive. Have countries played versus MLS sides? No, but if they were, those would be called friendlies. So, same operative word. Wirtz is confirmed to Liverpool. I thought he already was, like, shit, about 3 weeks ago. I know the window isn't open yet. The main window isn't open yet. That's right. Hybrid friendly. But it's a friendly still. But it's still a friendly. The operative word is competitive. Competition. A competitive match. That's the operative word. I'm feeling gaslit. Like, no, MLS teams have beaten European teams in preseason. I talked about it last night. Red Bull versus Chelsea. Remember that game? That was a friendly. That was a preseason friendly. Chelsea lost to the Red Bulls. New York Red Bulls. Tyler Adams played that game. Hell, they played their kids. Hell, Red Bulls played the kids. They played Red Bull too, and they still beat Chelsea. That was the year Chelsea finished 10th after being champions, and Mourinho got sacked. That was the year Mourinho got sacked. But, so no, friendlies, it's happened. But again, there have been multiple friendlies that MLS has beaten UEFA team. Those are not competitive games. Headed away. Chelsea doesn't exactly get it clear. But again, friendlies are different. Headed down, Sanchez catches. How we doing, Wolves? So, basically, but that's the Europa Conference League. I don't see no comments about the Conference League 2023, but yeah, good job. West Ham, you won it. Chelsea won it. Chelsea wasn't the first team in London to win the Conference League. Good job. I don't know what your point is. Playing forward is Chelsea. Ball crossed in. Delap. Doesn't get the shot. Chelsea still has the ball, though. Palmer. Out for a throw. Like, here's the thing. Here's the difference between West Ham and Chelsea when it comes to the Conference League. Chelsea were there once. Like, I don't expect Chelsea to ever be back at the Conference League level. Like, that was a one-time thing. Like, hey, we finally made it back to Europe, Conference League, but we finally made it back. Honestly, last year, I was rooting for it. I would say, well, 2023-24, I was rooting for it. Like, I was rooting for Chelsea to finish in that Conference League spot. And then Man United won the FA Cup. Going down, no penalty. Fernandez doesn't get the penalty. So we could make that run and win it all. And then they did. And we covered it all from match 1 to the final. And then I guess we still have those vibes here for the Club World Cup where I'm covering every Chelsea game. Oh, no. The ES Tunis game we will not cover, but if Chelsea has 6 points. No penalty, 3 minutes of stoppage time. He's good. He might be playing for the Whitecaps soon, is what I'm hearing. But VAR check, a possible penalty for Chelsea against Flamengo. A possible penalty for Chelsea against Flamengo. Nope, goal kick. No penalty. Isn't he in Fulham? Yeah. Yeah, no. Like, Auckland City is not getting beat bad by Benfica. Of course, there was also severe weather that stopped the game, or thunderstorm that stopped the game for a while. Verts just signed for Liverpool today. Oh, okay. So the window's open? It's still halftime, though, isn't it? Because Orlando, it's still thundering and raining. Because the bad thing about Orlando, why isn't that a penalty? Because it isn't. That was soft. I'm honestly glad it wasn't. Let me tell you something about Auckland City versus Benfica, or I should say Liam Delap gets a yellow card. I should say the city of Orlando. It basically, during the afternoon, you know why they did those 9 a.m. games during the MLS's back tournament? You remember that? Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember when they did that? Past the post. One more minute of stoppage time. They did those 9 a.m. games not to inconvenience everybody, but because during like the midday and early afternoon in Orlando, it storms, especially during the summer. Like there's thunderstorms that just pop up out of nowhere. Also, it was July into August, so that didn't help either. The hottest heat of the day as well. But it was more the thunderstorms. It was more the thunderstorms that always happen in Orlando and Florida. But it is what it is. That's why they did those 9 a.m. games. Header, saved by Sanchez, goal kick. Which, I mean, I complained about incessantly at the time. Considering Toronto FC got 2 of them as well, you know. During the group stage, those 9 a.m. matches. Lord, that... It's not like they sucked then. They were one of the better teams in the league at the time. And they got 2 9 a.m. matches headed past the post. Their Montreal match was a primetime match, though, which is cool. And then the NYCFC match was primetime that they lost. Gerson, corner. Saved by Sanchez. That should be the end of the half. Halftime. 0-1. Chelsea has the lead at the half. Can they hold on for another 45 minutes? We will review this game once it's over. We'll be live for the Jamaica-Guadeloupe game. And then we'll be live for the Panama-Guatemala game, and we'll review that once that's over. Tomorrow we only have 1 stream, which is a double, and 1 review, which is a double review. So we're doing 2 games and 1 stream tomorrow. No early game. And then 3 streams on Sunday. The Canada-Curacao game will be part of that double live stream tomorrow. And then the River Plate versus Monterrey game will be part of that double stream and review tomorrow. And then we'll have 3 games on Sunday. 1 Club World Cup game. 2 Gold Cup game. Both windows of... And those might be basically... Those Gold Cup ones might be unadvertised doubles. Sort of. It is Real Madrid-Pachuca. Real Madrid-Pachuca live and review on Sunday. Then we're live for Saudi versus Trinidad. That's the one we'll be focusing on for the Gold Cup on Sunday. First window, Group D. And then Group A, the late window, we will be watching Mexico-Costa Rica. I don't really need to be watching Dominican Republic versus Suriname because there's nothing to mean for that. Group D, I think we have to kind of do unadvertised double because USA and Haiti might still have some meaning to it. But Mexico-Costa Rica be on its own, and we'll review Mexico-Costa Rica, and then boom. Then on Monday, it's just 2 games on Monday. We'll be live for PSG Seattle Sounders, live and review. Then 8 p.m. because it's 2 and 8. We'll be live for Miami versus Palmeiras. Miami Palmeiras review on Monday. Tuesday of next week, we will be live for, well, it depends on what happens tonight. Seems to me that Panama-Jamaica game might be the one that matters the most, but we'll see what I decide. The first live of that night, and then we will be live for Canada, El Salvador. Even if Canada's on 6 points, it's still going to be Canada. I'm not changing that just because the other game might mean more. So that might be an unadvertised double as well. But Canada, El Salvador is the one we'll focus on and review on Tuesday. Thoughts on the game? Chelsea, they've done enough, but Flamengo's honestly been the better team. Wednesday, Toronto FC, Red Bull, Urawa, Monterrey double. Next Wednesday, Toronto plays again against the Red Bulls. Jesus Christ. I'm not looking forward to it. But Wednesday the 25th, we'll have a double live of Toronto versus Red Bull. And then Urawa, Monterrey, double live, double review. That would start at 6:25. I'm not looking forward to the Toronto part of that, but either way. Thursday the 26th, we will be live for Juventus Man City. And then we will be live for Al Hilal Pachuca with a review at the end of it. And that's the end of the Club World Cup group stage. So that's what the next week looks like. Even if only I have the next 3 days up for streams. Because there's so many streams. I don't know how many I can make on StreamYard without it telling me, hey, slow down. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. We'll talk more about my thoughts on the game after we come back. 1-0 Chelsea. Chelsea leads 1-0. It ain't so pretty, but it is what it is. Sit tight, be back. We're back for the stats at the half. We have 63% possession to 37% possession, 5 shots to 5, 4 shots on goal to 3. We have 248 accurate passes, 89% to 134, 83%, 5 fouls to 10, 5 corners to 1, 5 shots to 5, 4 shots on goal to 3, 278 passes to 162, 89% pass accuracy to 83%. We have 7 throws to 8, 1 offside to 0, 0 yellow cards, 3, 0 red cards, 0, 0-1. Flamengo is game. They're game. I gotta say, Chelsea, I think they're a bit lucky to be ahead at this point. I think Flamengo's been the better team. They've challenged Chelsea. They've made them look lesser than. They've looked lesser than. And you look at the game, and Chelsea probably is lucky to be ahead. Whether it is should have been a tie or them losing, well, there you go. But I think it's the other way around. If Suriname don't win against the Dominican Republic, they're cooked. I think the DR not winning against Suriname would be, okay, that sucks, but look at the performance. I think Suriname, they're further ahead than y'all in their project. If Suriname doesn't win, they're cooked. And it's really, they're cooked at the Gold Cup, but it's more of a, do they still have their project on the right track type thing. But we'll see how the second half goes. Chelsea does not look like the better team. The scoreline doesn't really tell you the story, even though it's a tight scoreline. Second half will start soon. We'll see how the second half goes. Second half about to start. Teams are about to walk out for the second half. Benfica Auckland's been delayed for 2 hours. Jesus. Here we go, second half. 1-0 Chelsea. Can you read my last comment? Thanks for the 199, Daniel. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, we've done it before. Depends if we bring our best. I think we can bring our best. Second half about to start. Look. Here we go. Chelsea, Flamengo walking to their bench. Chelsea will be walking out. Can Chelsea figure out these next 45 minutes? Here comes Chelsea for the second half. Here we go. Here's the second half. Chelsea to kick off with a 1-0 lead. Can they be better? No subs at the half, which is just wild, but okay. It's not like they were that good. They're just lucky to be ahead. A really good play by Neto, a really good run by him, led to the first goal. Flamengo's looked really good. Looked like the better team so far. But honestly, I think Suriname might be more, but again, as I reiterate, I think Suriname might be more cooked if they lose to the DR, because that would just show their project's not on the rails, per se. Suriname's more ahead of the DR in their project. But then again, well, no, it hadn't been that long. It's been It's the second cycle of the project. Throw in. Interesting, Winvo. Interesting. 46 minute. Playing forward, Chelsea headed away. I'll say our project's only just getting started properly now. Fair. 47th minute. Yeah, but I also remember Suriname versus Canada in 2021. Suriname were like, our project is good too. Like, we ain't afraid of you. We're going to beat y'all. I'm like, yeah, sure. Of course, Canada won that decisive game of that group. But I think Suriname was a little bit more realistic about their prospects in the Nations League back last fall. And even then, I was like, I think Suriname did a little bit better than I expected them to do overall, especially away. But like the aggregate of that tie, Suriname did a little bit better than I expected. But Canada still won pretty strongly. Playing forward. Cross in. That away game, though, was closer than still overly confident. Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing. Free kick. I think if Canada played Suriname right now, I don't know if it'd be pretty. I don't know if it'd be pretty for Suriname. I believe this Canada team would very much take their chances and it wouldn't look pretty. But not because Suriname's bad, but because Canada's actually finishing now. They're actually able to finish now at a higher clip. So playing forward, good clearance. Flamengo gets a foot to it, free kick for Chelsea. Like, I think the thing, we ain't losing like Honduras, though. I said it wouldn't be pretty. I didn't say it was Honduras. I said it wouldn't be pretty. You won't lose like Curacao, though. How about this? Suriname wouldn't lose like Curaçao's about to lose. How about that? Curaçao's about to lose badly. Cross in. From what I saw against El Salvador, well, El Salvador is going to lose badly too. I legitimately believe. Like, 6-0 was crazy, but Canada might still have a good chance of breaking that 7-0 Gold Cup win record with these next two games. In one of these next two games. I'm just saying. I don't know which one. Probably Curacao, but El Salvador might just be worse. If we could do that to Honduras, just imagine what Canada's going to do to Curacao and El Salvador. I still thought Honduras was solid going in. Like, yeah, no, they're definitely they were on the downswing and back on the up, of course. But still didn't think Canada would be close. When it came to the Canada-Curacao game, still didn't think that one would be close at all. When it came to Honduras and El Salvador, I was like, well, you know what? Let's see what happens there. They could at the time before the tournament started, I was like, well, you know what? That's a lot closer. That's a possible gaining opportunity for them. The Canada game, though, no. Never thought that would be close. So, cross in header. But yeah, you're right. The Curacao, honestly. El Salvador. I'm not going to say El Salvador is better than Curacao. I'm going to say El Salvador they defended well. I don't even know if I could say they defended well. I think Curacao didn't really take the chances, but either way. El Salvador, they got their problems too. Now, if I do think that 7-0 is going to fall, I think the Curacao games, it's more likely, considering winning that would put us into the next round. Header, nope, cleared away. I think it would be good just to get that all over with and make sure you're in. Saved before the third match, as well as the fact that here comes Flamengo. Shot wide. Goes wide. Goal kick. The game's growing. Channel's growing. Game's growing. You love to see it. I do think that's cool too. Yeah. Chelsea almost got owned there. Be a goal kick for Chelsea, but that was the moment where they're lucky that didn't go the Flamengo way. Hit that like button, and Robert Sanchez is down hurt. They're taping up his leg, or was it already taped up? I think they are taping it up. The sad thing about Sanchez is that I think this game is better for his positives. Like, his positives, if he comes out hurt, that's not good, because his positives are shot stopping. And well, this game, that's definitely what it's needed to be. Doesn't look like Jorgensen will come on yet. Okay, good. Enrique coming on for Flamengo. 55th minute. $10.27. Why aren't they getting rid of Gusto? Deorasqueta is off for Enrique. Yeah, Gusto hasn't really played well today. I'll be real. I don't think he's a bad player, though. He just hasn't played well today. Talk about, like, subbing him out, I have no idea. If you talk about them selling him, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. He should be subbed out, I agree. He's been bad today. But sold? No. Gusto is a very good player. He just isn't good today. Playing forward. Oh, hell no. The Toronto Raptors are reportedly proposing a trade package for Kevin Durant that includes RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, Jakob Poeltl, and the 9th overall draft pick. No. Safe. If they do that, I swear to God, you're out of your mind. No. Chelsea better not. Not Chelsea. The Toronto Raptors better not do that. No. KD's not that good. That's too much. KD ain't freaking. This ain't 2015. This ain't even 2018. KD for Quickly, RJ Barrett, Poeltl, and the 9th overall pick. No, you're out of your damn mind. 58th minute, 0-1 Chelsea. You're out of your mind. I would lose it. 58th minute. I know Chelsea is good because they're the champions of the Conference League. Yeah. Arguably, let's oh no. Sanchez, no. Okay, he got out. I will say this though. Flamengo might be better than most of the teams Chelsea played the Conference League as well. How are these Brazilian teams performing this good? They're better than you think. They're a very quality country of footballers. But even the ones who don't play in Europe. I think they want this and they really care about the Club World Cup. The Super Mundial, as they would call it. They care about it. And I think the European teams have put out really good 11s. I'm not saying they don't care, but the Brazilian teams are solid. They want to make a point. They are making a point, I believe. 59th minute. Playing forward. Oh, yeah, they started again. Benfica Auckland City has restarted. See how much Benfica adds on in the second half. The good news for Boca Juniors. Wait, Auckland City just had a shot on goal. Okay, the good news for Boca Juniors is that Benfica had to have a 3-hour rain delay. I don't know, man. That might be good news, considering Boca's playing Bayern, and they're probably going to lose, not as bad as Auckland City. Benfica's probably going to lose to Bayern as well if you can't beat Auckland City more than 1-0, even if the rain delay is a thing. Shot! Over the bar! Corner for Flamengo. So, with that being said, see how much added on. But if this, with the rain delay, if it holds, it's going to very much help Boca advance to the next round. So all they have to do is beat Auckland City. Well, more than 1-0, I guess. basically their goal differential has to cross. The good thing for Boca is a draw, but turns out at the Club World Cup, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head between the two teams. Then goal differential. So if you're drawed, why can't Chelsea sign a new goalie? Sanchez making too many mistakes. I've been saying this for a year, honestly, since Sanchez came over. Why? Goal! Goal for Flamengo! Oh, no! Oh, no! Well, that's been coming. Enrique scores! Sanchez! Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Sanchez, 1-1. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Flamengo's been pushing for that one. They've been the better team all game. They deserve that one. They deserve that one. Oh, that might be offside. There was a player that was offside. He was offside before the play. Oh, we might get a save here. He was offside as the ball was played in. And then the ball comes to him later because he was not in the offside position as the ball came to him, but on the first cross in, he was offside. We might get saved here. Why can't they take Gusto off? Carefree Lewis is cursing up a storm right now, probably. They might get away with this one. I don't know. Because they're Brazilian, although some of them from a different country. I don't know. That means 1-1. Bruno Enrique scores. Let's see if it stands. Substitutions. Gusto. Well, Delap is coming off for Jackson. Lavia's coming on for Chelsea. Bruno Enrique, 62nd minute. Let's see. Well, if they're making the subs, I guess it stood. Delap and Reece James are off for Lavia and Jackson. Because Chelsea is... Because Flamengo wants it more, frankly. Dude, Botafogo just beat PSG. PSG is leagues better than this Chelsea team. And arguably, Flamengo's better than Botafogo right now. So, do with that what you will. Here's the problem, though. We just took off Liam Delap. Well, the sad part is if we lose this game or we draw this game, we're probably not finishing top of the group because there's no way LAFC gets a point off Flamengo, right? There's no way. Chelsea might beat Tunis, and that's a bad giveaway. What are you doing? That's out for a corner. Bruno Enrique. Oh, we're screwed. 62nd minute. This feels like the Legia Warsaw game. Well, no, not exactly, but 64th minute. So bad. Corner. Header. Shot. Goal. Goal. Goal for Flamengo. They have the lead. Two 1. Off the corner. Honestly, Flamengo deserves this. I don't care. They won't. They just drew to freaking Al Hilal. They're not going to do it. Flamengo are beating Chelsea 2-1. And popped in. Header on and boom. I don't know. Danilo scores for Flamengo and they take the lead. And Flamengo may win this game. Honestly, they deserve to. They deserve to. They deserve to. That's the problem. They deserve to. Chelsea have been shit all day. And it finally bit them in the ass. 2 goals in 3 minutes. You deserve to lose. I don't care. And Gusto's been ass all day. I agree. I don't know why he's still on. He's been ass all day. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, that's my reaction. See, no, I'm not even mad. Well, no, I don't know about that. But you could say, whoa, PSG lost to Botafogo. This Chelsea team ain't nowhere near as good. You're right. You're right. And Chelsea played like shit with a pretty solid 11 all game long. They slept on Flamengo. Slept on them. And now, red card. Wait. Oh, it gets from bad to worse. Red card for Chelsea. Red card for Chelsea. Jackson is off. Oh my God. Jackson is off. This is just going from bad to worse. And if Chelsea wanted any chance to draw this, oh my God. Fuck. Fuck. Jackson off. Where's that put us? Oh, we're going to play Bayern Munich. Fuck. Okay, no. We're not even going to the quarterfinals. We're playing Bayern Munich. If we get second, we're playing Bayern Munich. We're not even going to the quarterfinals. We're done. We're done. We're done. What a waste of my time. Yay, Chelsea's going to go. How to get a red card we just got there. Well, it turns out, I guess the Conference League just shows us this team ain't really that good. They're just good at over Farmers. Jackson freaking tackled a dude stupidly. I don't even know if that should be a red, but he tackled a dude stupidly because he sucks. Brazilian clubs are no joke. We're going to play Bayern Munich in the round of 16. Jackson's off. Red card. Well, you're definitely going to get cooked. Good thing I don't think I have to watch that match considering Canada plays at the same effing time. Turns out I think that's the day that Canada, if they win the group, which I don't think Canada's going to screw up their group like Chelsea just did. What is it? Again, like what? Not the 25th. Hold on. 28th. 1C. This is Group D. 2D. Oh, no. They play on. Oh, no. Chelsea plays on Saturday, June the 28th. If they get out of the group. Playing the winner of Group C at 3 o'clock. I'm not doing it. Screw it. I'm not even watching it. We're just doing Toronto that day. Screw it. I don't care. We're not doing the Tunis game either. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. This joke of a club. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. So I guess that means I don't have to do a Club World Cup game on the 29th either. I'm not. I'm just doing Canada. Hell, I might do both Gold Cup quarterfinals instead. Screw it. Well, 1C, 2B. Oh, yeah. Oh, so that makes me go from... Wait. Oh, no, they're 1B. Okay. Yeah, instead of doing Chelsea, we'll just do both Gold Cup games on the 29th because Chelsea sucks ass. Thank you very much. I don't know what the hell's going on. That's my thoughts. Jesse Marsh got told to sit somewhere by CONCACAF. They told him he couldn't sit there. He cursed him out, and they're freaking going to punish him for it. That's about my thoughts. It's CONCACAF's fault for being dumb. It's like they have a freaking agenda against Canada. It's like they're trying to set him up. It's like they're trying to set up Jesse Marsh. It's like he's calling their shit out. They have an agenda against him. I don't know. That's my thoughts. This is unfair. It's unfair. Why would you? I don't blame him. If you get told to sit somewhere, be like, here's where you can watch the game, and then told, oh, I'm sorry, we made a mistake. No, you didn't. You set me up. I'd curse him out too. Told me I could sit here, I'm sitting here. Fuck you. As in that situation, not you per se. You know what I mean, though. Not you per se, but whatever. I'd be just like Jesse. Be like, oh, really? So you tell me to sit here, now you tell me to leave. Are you trying to set me up? You trying to set me up? Trying to set me up? Here we go again. They want Mexico to win again. Because this matters more to Brazilian teams. They want this. They want to make a point. And they made a damn point. And Chelsea's now down a man. They play like shit all night. What a joke. What an absolute joke. What an absolute utter joke. Oh, Benfica just got a 2-0 lead. Good for them. This team is an absolute utter joke. An absolute utter joke. What a joke. What a joke. Jackson is trash. That's his second bad red card of like the past 2 months, by the way. This team doesn't know what the hell they're doing. They can't play in the heat. Jackson's a liability. Water break. No, this Chelsea team's ass. I still think PSG is going to find a way to win it. Just because they lost to Botafogo, they're not. Hey, Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia and still won the World Cup. So you know what? No, I think PSG is still going to win it. Because at least when it comes to European teams, they lost to Botafogo, but Botafogo played them perfectly. Chelsea's just ass, but I never thought they'd had a chance to win anyway. Man, I saw the light. PSG lost, and if Chelsea would have won the group, their side of the bracket would have been so damn easy, but they pissed it all away. Now they're going to play effing Flamengo. Not Flamengo. I mean, they're losing to Flamengo. Flamengo would have been to Bayern Munich if they freaking lost. And it's not even the point now where now LAFC's result doesn't help us one effing bit. Head-to-head, we're losing to Flamengo. If we drew Flamengo, if LAFC could get some off of Flamengo, that would be great. We could still win the group. What a joke. What a joke. What an absolute joke. This is a freaking piss take. This is sad, man. Benfica 3-0 Auckland City. Well, there you go. Now they're starting to warm up. But Flamengo was the better team for the whole damn game. They deserve to win this. Yeah, I agree with that. Todd Bowley's an idiot. The sporting directors are idiots. Enzo Maresca's a fraud. Oh, you're going to get a rant after this game's over. You remember the Legia Warsaw rant? It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. Well, I gotta watch it a little bit, but you know. Oh Lord, I don't know if I'm gonna go that far, like the Legia Warsaw game, but it's gonna be close. Like this ain't gonna be. Well, I don't know about that, but there'll be some moments where it gets a bit heated. Let's put it like that. Chelsea be able to enter the knockout soon or not. I need a monumental crash out. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'll temper your expectations a little bit. I don't know if that's going to happen. How are you liking the Club World Cup so far? Honest take, please, for the chat. I like it. I love it. It proves my damn point. It's proved my damn point that I've been saying for years. I've been saying this for years. CONCACAF and CONMEBOL are closer to UEFA than we think. Hell, Africa and Asia are too. UEFA's not far and away the best confederation in the world. National team and club-wise. They can be beat. They can be beat. But I focus more on CONCACAF and CONMEBOL because that's our side of the world. But UEFA's a bunch of frauds. This tournament's shows you exactly what I've been saying, that UEFA is a bunch of frauds. A bunch of frauds. And they don't want you to know the truth. They're a bunch of propagandists, especially Premier League fans. They're a bunch of propagandists. They don't want you to know the truth. But the truth is, the whole world is closer to UEFA than you'd think. Like, they should still win, but they're not far and away better. They're not the gods. They're not the gods of this sport. They could get knocked out. They could die. They're not the gods. Gods don't die. And if they do, they rise again 3 days later. But do that what you will. But I like the Club World Cup. It proves my point. It proves my point. If anything, this tournament's showing is UEFA ain't all that. No, I don't think it'll be that bad. No, I don't think it'll be that bad. Flamengo first place in the Brazilian league. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. Chelsea's worse than PSG and Flamengo are better than Botafogo. Botafogo is 6th place in the Brasileirão. PSG won the effing Champions League. PSG won the effing Champions League. Chelsea won the Conference League. We're 4th place in the Prem. And they're playing the first place team in Brazil. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. At least Chelsea scored a goal. Cross in. Header over the bar. Enzo misses. But I have a point. I mean, that's a good point. Do you think Chelsea should easily win the next game? Probably. ES Tunis' ass. Comparatively. I mean, if they beat LAFC, they should beat ES Tunis. But no, the NBA is the best basketball league in the world. Like, that's... The NBA is the best basketball league. Like, there's no question about that. 81st minute. Gerson and Wesley are off for Flamengo. I mean, Chelsea should win their third game. I don't have an idea. Varela and Wallace Jan are on. We'll see how the rest of this goes. Palmer and Fernandez are off. What, have we lost our mind? For Mark Yu and Noni Madueke. Have we lost our mind? Have we lost our mind? Madueke's on. Y'all are cooked. Yep, it's done. Playing forward. Here comes Flamengo. Here's a chance. Goal! 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 Flamengo! 3-1. Game over. It's done. 3-1. Flamengo. Wallace Jan scores. Well, at least hoping for a comeback won't happen. Wallace Jan, the substitute, just came in and scored. The 83rd minute. 3-1. Do I even need to write down the stats? We're getting to a point where I'm going to talk about the goals and just rant about this game. Forget the stats. Yeah, that's where we are now. Forget the stats. Well, that saves me like 5 minutes. Writing down the stats and shit. That saves me 5 minutes. We'll talk about the goals. Yeah. Where's Chelsea, though? Okay, rant might happen. I'm starting to. Does this mean Europe's a lie? UEFA being gods? Yeah, no, that's a lie. But I've been saying that for years. No. 84th minute. Well, at least that saved me some freaking time because I don't have to write out the stats. Lovely. This team is ass. This team is ass. This team is ass. This Chelsea team is ass. And he goes down. Free kick. Yellow card. Chelsea are getting spanked. You know what the sad part is? Chelsea could have won this game and taken hold of this group. You know what would have happened because of PSG losing to Botafogo? You know what would have happened? Chelsea would have had that whole side of the bracket to themselves. They could have made the damn final. And no, they proceed to lose to Flamengo and put themselves right where Bayern Munich is. This team sucks. Well, round of 16 out. Hey, you know what? If everything went the way it was supposed to, they still would have at least made the quarterfinals. Like, if this went chalk, they at least would have made the quarterfinals. Guess what? PSG and Chelsea losing? Chelsea losing puts them against Bayern Munich. This team went from quarterfinal out in 24 hours, went from very likely quarterfinal out to very likely finalist to out the round of 16. How the hell do you piss that away in 24 hours? Like, yeah, no, LAFC losing to Botafogo should have been like, well, yeah, Flamengo's higher on the table and Chelsea just won the Conference League. Yeah, no, this is possible. But maybe you should look at it and be like, hey, you know what? This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. We could go to the final. Now the PSG won't be on our side of the bracket if we win this game. But no. We get spanked. Flamengo was the better team for 90 minutes. This is embarrassing. Embarrassing. And it's not like Chelsea put out all the kids. They put out a strong 11. Gusto played like a damn clown. Gusto was ass all day. Reece James is horrible in the midfield. Horrible in the midfield. Liam Delap, he didn't really have much. Neto, at least he scored. Jackson is a liability. He's a damn fool. Jackson is a damn fool. That's his second red card in 2 months. Out of his damn mind. He's out of his damn mind. He's a freaking liability. And the frank part of it is I don't even know if Jackson's good enough to be competition to Delap, let alone should Delap even be the damn starter. Should we go in for Ekitike? I would hope so after this. Maybe Chelsea should go in for Ekitike. Maybe Chelsea should go in for Ekitike. Maybe they should. Because Jackson ain't competition for Delap. The dude's a damn fool. Sanchez sucks. But we knew that already. That's not new. Lavia gave up the goal. He came on a double sub and gave up the goal. And Lavia's normally good. Benfica 4. Well, there you go. This ain't the Conference League Chelsea. Yep. LAFC should have beat Chelsea. Honestly, you're right. I mean, Chelsea wasn't even that good. No, I'm not saying Botafogo's bad. I'm not saying Flamengo's bad. I've said UEFA ain't as far ahead as you think. What I am saying is Chelsea saw an opportunity here, or should have seen an opportunity here, and they got battered. Like, losing 1-0's fine, and you just can't get through. You had the lead. You bottled the lead. Cole Palmer is invisible. Maresca's a fraud. Botafogo's good. I mean, dude. Benfica 5. Well, there you go. Shot blocked. Saved. Doesn't matter anyway. Corner. Maresca's a fraud. 7 minutes of stoppage time. Oh my God, this is punishment. Cross in. Saved. Huh. '91st minute. Now Americanistas think they would have beat Chelsea. You know what? They probably would have. You know, they would have. They probably would. Yellow card. They probably would have, honestly. Chelsea's a joke. This team's a joke. This team's a joke. Okay, no, we might have a generational crash out happening. Like, it might happen. It might happen. Chardonnay's America chokes at international tournaments. Yeah, no, they would have still beaten Chelsea. Chelsea's a bunch of frauds. Chelsea is a bunch of frauds. Thank God we won the Conference League. I can't believe we came back and did that. I can't believe we came back and just bashed Real Betis in the final in 30 minutes. Noni goes down. No penalty. I'm glad. I'm glad it's no penalty. I'm glad. Oh, Quincy Promes is serving a 7.5-year prison sentence for drug smuggling. There's a Formula One branded show car at Fanatics Fest. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, and names of drivers. Playing forward. Bruno Henrique is the player of the match. Fourth minute. What is Chelsea doing with the money that they spend? You know what? No, I have a good question. What are they doing with the money they spent? They're getting absolutely bashed by Flamengo. What are we doing? What are we doing with the money we spend? On some random ass freaking young players because, oh, what about the resale value? Pecho Frios. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about resale value? You want to talk about resale value? You can suck my ass with a straw. Talking about resale value, my ass. Resale value, my ass. I don't know where. Either way, like, oh no, the resale value matters so much. No, you know what matters? Putting out a winning team. Roman spent a lot of money. He didn't give a fuck about resale value. And he had less money than Bowley to piss around. Bowley doesn't know football, I swear to God. Just stick with the Dodgers and the Lakers. Please, God. Go away. And by the way, fire these sporting directors because I don't know what the hell they're doing either. I miss Marina and Bruce Buck because this is bad. This is horrible. Like, Win Stanley is a damn idiot. I can't stand this. Oh, but we won the Conference League. Maybe we should have lost it. You know what? Maybe we should have lost the Conference League. Maybe it would have got people fired. And all because... And here we are, all because political reasons. Here we are. Chelsea's in the shit because of political reasons. All because the UK cares so much. All because the UK cares so much. Flamengo. Hey, they deserve to win. That's the one thing I'll say. When I rant, there's no disrespect to Flamengo there. The good thing about this game is I've been proven right. I'm not surprised. I didn't say Flamengo would win this game, but what I have said is that CONMEBOL and CONCACAF are closer than you think. The past 2 days have showed that very well. This Club World Cup shows me that I'm right. That's the positive thing about this match. And Flamengo deserves to win. Full time, 3-1. Flamengo wins. Chelsea's probably going to have to play Bayern Munich if they advance to the next round. And I'm about to monumentally crash out. I don't need the full-time stats because forget those. Yay, the review's going to be a fun one. The review's going to be a fun one. Congratulations, Flamengo. You probably just won the group. And you don't have to face PSG in the quarterfinals. But even then, they already lost to a Brazilian team. So who knows what would happen against the first place Brazilian team. Felipe Luis is a genius. There you go. There's my positivity. There's no negativity towards Botafogo or Flamengo, my bad, or Brazilian football in general. There is no negativity towards that when I rant. It's negativity towards the Chelsea board, the Chelsea owners, the Chelsea coach, the Chelsea players, every single thing. But we will be here soon. The rant will be out quicker than you think because I don't have to get the full-time stats. I'm just going to let this shit rip. With that being said, if you like this video, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour, maybe less, for the rant for this game. It's not really going to be a review. It's going to be a rant, but there will be a little bit of reviewing, I guess. Either way, I'm about to crash out. Enjoy it. And I'll see you later for the Gold Cup later tonight as well. 2 lives, 1 review for that as well. Live for Jamaica, Guadeloupe. Live and review for Guatemala, Panama. Dear God. Okay, I'll see you later. I'm running. I'm out. Peace. Honestly, I have the same sentiment. I do. Fuck this club. Pardon my French. Fuck the owners. Fuck the sporting directors. Fuck these idiot players. And fuck the manager. I have the same sentiment. Pardon my French. Pardon my French. Losers. A bunch of losers. But hey, at least we won the Conference League, right? At least we've won it all, right? Yeah, you ain't winning the Club World Cup. With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm running. I'm out. Peace.